Okay. Uh, I think I'm going to go ahead and share with you my very first conversation with the 12th dimensional ETs. Now, that's where they're from, but in order to work with us, they come down to 5D. So I suppose they've taken incarnation there, just as we have here. And for whatever reason, maybe because it's an adjustment, getting used to their energy, all of these conversations so far are quite short. But they have things in them, little gems tucked away, that I believe are good for all of us. Those that are in the way shower community, which is most of us who listen to things like this, are a lot of us are so forward focused on this ascension thing because we're believing that we know who we are, we think we know who we are, and we need this, and it's going to free us, and isn't that going to be wonderful, and so on and so on. If you come from 5D or higher dimensions, you've already ascended. You've already got that under your belt. It's not something you need to do. You have come back here in order to support planet Earth and all the beings on her having the best experience, rising up as high as possible and as many as possible. And so, did you ever think about it like that? Maybe you've ascended through many dimensions in the past. And maybe to the higher self, this is really old hat. Well, I take that back, because what we're doing on planet Earth hasn't been done before. From all the information that I hear, it just hasn't been done to have not just one of us, but thousands upon thousands, maybe millions of us. Wouldn't it even be nice if it was a few billion to take our bodies along with? To not have to lay them down, to cross that ascension boundary in full waking consciousness. Now that is something that just hasn't been done, at least in this universe. Again, from what I've heard. How do I know? Can't prove any of this, guys. You know that. Okay, but that's my take on it anyway. And I'd like you to sit with it, because to the extent that it's true, it will help you tune in with you and pull down more of your own light, your own higher self. So the dimension is coming up and our higher self is coming down. And I say it's time, we're doing it now. We're meeting in the middle. I would bet if we had honesty and integrity on this planet and a DNA test was done, that a lot of us are already functioning with 3 strands of DNA. And I'd say all of us are at least building that 3rd strand, whether it's been, shall we say, ignited or not, whether that work is complete. So we're shifting now. Humanity is fantastic. These, we've been told from more than one direction that these bodies that we're working with are royalty. This DNA is phenomenal, and we don't know the half of it. We don't know the 10th, the millionth of it. And so we have a lot of old beliefs that need to be trashed, need to be burned, because they're in the way. It's how we get in our own way, by retaining what we've been told. And especially when you're little and you're told things, they go deep into consciousness. Children, until they're about 7 years old, are in the higher frequencies, mostly in alpha state, And so they're suggestible, they're programmable, and anything that they experience goes deep. And so set your intention to clear out whatever's in your way and see what comes of it. So I spoke with Ken. I guess it was 9:13 because it was after I got off the phone with him, the healer that I work with, who introduced me to the concept that I had some ETs from 12D originally that were here on 5D working with humanity, working with me. I'm not the only one, okay? We don't know how many. So here's my very first words to them. Not a hello, how are you, nice to hear about you, nice to meet you. It starts with, am I a 12th dimensional being? I was very excited. Yes, you are. That amazes me. So is the Alex Collier report from the Andromedans of the Patal true then? Is that what we are or were, the founders? Not quite, but sort of. In what way? Not quite, please. The story is too old, not very accurate, but there are 12D beings here long ago, of which you are one. I'd like to ask about Mr. X, aka Toth. Let's see, if he is or was who he says he is or was. You'll find this one out for yourself. And see, this often enough happens. They don't answer every question. So I say, okay, thank you. How can I work or cooperate better with you to help me be restored more to me in and as 12D, while continuing to give service in 3D? Be open, that is all. Be open to us and to more that will come through to you. And then I say, it amazes me that you would come down from 12D to 5D just to work with us here in 3D. And what of you? You who have come to incarnate in 3D? You are one of us. And I laughed and said, yes, I see that. The heart of love, when it arises, brings mercy and compassion and unconditional love. I feel that. They said, no, you are that. Well, yes, thank you. Please do all you can to help me accept and claim my higher nature and divinity, to build the divine sort of self-confidence that has been so lacking. Consider it done, they said. Now, sometimes in journals, I will go back in communications like this. And so in brackets, I put in a comment. They said, I'm asking for help with self-confidence. They said, consider it done. And then in brackets, I say, had direct evidence of this today. But then I didn't put what. So I would advise you, if you're going to make little notes like that, remind yourself what that evidence was. So this is somewhat less than useful. Okay, so I say, I'm so grateful it leaves me almost speechless to begin merging in awareness, in understanding with you, with being one of you. Wow! Actually, though, anything that's true is good enough, no matter what it says. Truth is best. We love you dearly. Teresa Ann, aka Sita. They really said that, so that's what I wrote. They didn't say also known as, they said aka. We will be here with you and for you. Don't hesitate to call on us. We have come to help take you home. So I said, good. Then lend me as much empowerment to serve my brethren as you can, that many, and many of them do wake up. Help them be touched. Connect them with this heart through all of my journals and work. Bless each one, please. Help lift them up. Now, please, do you see anything big and really special, such as ascension or disclosure or the like, happening in this year of 2012? They said, yes, there is something like that. Don't bother with it, however. Pointless. As you recommend, just be here and now. Self and now. Thank you ever so much. Is there anything you would tell me, would share with me, beyond or in addition to these questions I've asked? I'd love to be very, very open to you. Yes, Waltraud, and I don't know if I've said that right, has good vision. Among all who follow you, she's one of the best for higher sight. And so I said, well, is she also one of us from 12D? And they said, yes, she is. That's why she was so swift to pick up your signal, to see and to feel what was there. Is it okay to tell her this? We don't mind. Feel free to do as you will. We'll tell you up front what we don't want to have shared. And I said, thank you, I like that. It's simple. Source bless you all, I said. Thank you so much for showing yourselves to and working with Ken Bental, my distance healer. Please do what is best to boost his ability to assist me. All of you, please support me in having higher self come and inhabit, come and be here and be me. I am totally open to that. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. Source, or Prime Creator, is good, is so wonderful. And wow, reclaiming the identity of a 12D being is so great, so surprising. Wow. And we, thanks too for all of the indicators coming to me that my origins are high, to help make me ready for acceptance, to get beyond the false humility that was in the way. Know that I desire to have higher mind integrate here too as quickly as possible. It has been strange walking around so dumb. I am ready to radiate like that, to shine and illumine the beauties of the mind of God. Thank you and namaste. And they said, we love you, dear one. Be at peace. Until later then. Okay, that's still pretty emotional for me because, I mean, it was within an hour of being told this really huge information. It was shocking. It was truly shocking and exciting. And so I'm not different than you. I think the way showers are like this. The Andromedans have told us through Alex Collier that they're just amazed that the Patal, or the founders, are here, have taken 3D incarnation. Well, that's us. That's us. And life is much more amazing than we've been led to believe. Namaste.